Oh, yeah. I watched Markiplier's new show, Edge of Night, or not Edge of Night, Edge of Sleep. It's pretty good. For the budget they had, it's pretty good. It wasn't bad. I watched it in like I watched 3 episodes yesterday, and then I watched the rest today. It was pretty good. I liked it. It wasn't well. I liked it. Period. Like it wasn't the best thing I've ever watched, but it wasn't like the worst. It was just like a nice, easy TV show to watch. It was just decent. It wasn't bad. Everyone did pretty good acting. Towards the end, they did really good. So the first 3 episodes, I'm not gonna spoil it, but like the first 3 episodes were kind of wacky. They're a bit weird. I don't know how to explain it. They weren't the most captivating, I guess. Like you wanted to know what was going on, but like it wasn't the most captivating or like intriguing. And then it was like the end of the third going into fourth, or it was like, or maybe it was like the first 2 episodes. The first 2 episodes were kind of just like easing you into it, and then three, four, five, and six, because there's only 6 episodes, and each episode's only like 20 minutes. It's just like really short episodes, which is why I watched it in like 2 days when I first saw it. Um, and what was I saying? Yeah, the first 2 episodes weren't the best, and then it felt like the acting and everything of the show grew, like it was like an exponential on a graph. Everything just went. Everything flowed after that. Everything was really good after that. I think the whole concept is really cool because the concept is one night, something kills you when you go to sleep. That's the whole premise. So they all have to stay up. They cannot sleep, and it would go for like, and the end was it would be like really long time periods, and it would kind of show you how many hours they've gone without sleeping at the end. I kind of like that. I thought that was a cool touch. Um, but the last three or like last 4 episodes were really good. They had a lot to like about them. The characters were pretty good. I think they were like very decent. They like the whole show is just very decent. There's not like a lot of like flaws that that shout out to me. But it doesn't also mean that it was like the best thing ever. You know what I mean? So um yeah. It wasn't bad, but wasn't like amazing either. Markiplier in it did very well on it. I also heard that he wasn't. I thought it was like his show. It's not his show. He produced it, but he didn't. He was like an executive. It said it was an executive producer on it, but he didn't actually make it. I don't think anyway. Like So yeah, I don't know what to think of that. I I don't know. I thought it was his show, but I guess he was just acting on part of it, but wasn't the whole thing his idea? Am I wrong about that? I don't know. That's why it was like I thought it was his show, but I saw like comments and threads saying it is not his show, but he just acted in the show. But I don't know. Show is good. I would recommend it. It's I don't know. It's just a very nice show. It's a really good. I also really like the ending. The ending I actually do like, because there's not exactly a conclusion. I mean, I guess there is kind of, but it doesn't. It's not definitive, so I like the ending a lot. I like that kind of stuff. Kind of leaves up to your own interpretation, I guess, of what you think happens next. Granted, that would probably the whole thing probably leads to like a season 2, which I am excited for. I think that'd be really cool. Plus, he's got Iron Lung coming out too, which I will also definitely be watching. I think that'll also be really good. I think that might be better than this show now. Cause when I saw the game, cause I watched his whole playthrough on Iron Lung, the game, and I thought it was really cool, and he just like spontaneously made a show out of it, or not a show, a movie out of it, which is pretty cool, pretty sick. So, yeah, hello. Coming back in here as a post-credits scene. I wanted to come in and kind of say my thoughts a bit more clearly than like I was on stream. The show's good. The show is good. And when I was saying the show is very like nice, I'm trying to say the show is very good. Like, it's just a really good show to just kind of binge, because it's intriguing enough to where you don't want to stop watching, and it follow in the concept of the show is really good. I think this concept of the show is really strong, and the story of it is also very strong. And if they do a season 2, I could totally see it. There's so much they could do with this show, and which is really good, and I'm really happy for how well it did. The show had kind of small episode times, and I felt like it kind of held it back a little bit, considering it was very small chunks that you would get at a time, because each one's 20 minutes, and there's 6 episodes, so it's 20 times 6, 120. And that's about 2 hours. You know, it's not like it's for a movie, but like you can expand that movie by like double. And I just don't think they were able to fully put in the story that they were hoping for. I'm not saying it's bad. The story that they put in was very solid, very good. But if they put in more into kind of building the core concepts, like the whole sleeping, and more into that kind of like storyline, not really storyline, but like more details about it, I think it could have been even better. But that's not on them or anything. It was just what they had. The lots of budget. I'm reading like notes that I took off. I had lots of budget put into the dream sequences. The dream sequences were really good. I was really impressed with how well those did. They looked really good. There's this like monster called the elephant monster, and to me personally, he was kind of goofy. He's like the main villain, I guess, and I don't know. The character design's good, but I feel like when you see him, you'll know what I'm talking about. But he looked kind of silly. It kind of looks like he just has a mask on, and that's it. But there was an opening sequence with him, and I thought that was pretty good. But you know, I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but he looked a little silly. I didn't mind it because I thought it was kind of silly, but he was all right. But I think everything else about the show was really good. And I don't think I gave enough credit to the actors. The actors did really well. Mark plays as Dave, and there's 3 other characters: Katie, Linda, and Mateo, and all their actors did really well. I think I wanted to emphasize that a little bit more, because I said, you know, they did fine, but I wanted to say that they did really well, and I was really happy with how well they acted in all of it. And like I said, it's like it got better. So it's just like the first episode's all right, second episode's, you know, is fine, it's not bad. third episode, it kind of builds on that. It gets pretty good. And then 3, 4, and 6. Wait, what? 4, 5, 6 got really, really good, and I was really, I was really happy. I got really intrigued after that. It really held me after that. It was really cool. They had so many sequences with it, and like there was so many like memorable kind of scenes that you can like when you think of it, there's like specific scenes that you kind of go back to, and I think there was like for me personally, it's in the last three episodes. They were really good. And part of the story is that, and it's in the actually here. I'll talk about the intro sequence. So the intro to each of the episodes, I really wanted to talk about this because it was so good. I watched the intro on every episode because it's like not like the intro to like the first episode of where it like maybe it's something crazy or whatever. It's the intro on every episode that they kind of built, and it's so good. The music behind it is really good, and I think everything about it is really good. I wanted to say that real quick because I think it was really good. But something that kind of was on my brain while I was watching it was so there's these pills that they have to take to kind of keep them up, and they're called modafinil, and they're kind of a critical part, but they're kind of not, and they weren't as much of an influence as I was kind of hoping they were going to be. They were definitely, there was, I think it was on the 5th episode of where Mateo was injected with modafinil, and there was a super awesome scene there. It was really cool. I don't want to like spoil it or anything, but he got like injected with it, and it was a really awesome scene. I love that scene so much. It was really cool, and I wish they kind of had more moments like that with modafinil. They just didn't. No, I don't think enough was expressed on like more like again, it's like on the small kind of episode times that they had. I don't think they were able to get as detailed as they wanted it to be, and I wish they explored modafinil a little bit more if they had more time. Again, it was just kind of short, and I understand the kind of restraints that they had. So like, if they had like double time on each episode, I'm telling you, it would have been an awesome series. But because they were kind of restricted to like 20-minute chunks for episodes, they weren't able to express it as much as they were, or they could have. So hey, if I'm hoping this does. He wants to get into the top 10. I think it'll definitely stay in the top 10. I think the show is really good, and if it stays in the top 10, I'm hoping people will be able to, take notice of how good the show is. And in season 2, if they do season 2, of course. If they don't, that's fine. The conclusion was pretty good. I liked it a lot. I think it was pretty, it was just cool. It was just kind of cool. I liked it. But if they do season 2, I think it could go really well. And then, like I said, I'm really excited. After seeing this, I'm really excited for Iron Lung, because Mark's performance in this was really good. And yeah, I'm really excited to see what other stuff he has. So yep, that'll be it. You guys have a good day. Bye bye.